Pat McLaughlin here, Mindset Minute. I'm here with Helen Cummings once again. Helen is James Cummings' mom, Sydney Cummings' mother-in-law. She and I have been involved with Great Clips since 2009. She has graced us with her presence here to be here today to talk about some wisdom through the years. And we've had some terrific segments. Today's segment is going to be called Hero and what hero means to you. So take it away, Miss Helen Cummings.
Okay, when Pat and I were first talking about trying to do these videos, Pat's first question was, who is your hero? And as I thought about it, I thought, that probably changes through my life. When I was headed to college, Paul Newman was my hero because he was cute and in Cool Hand Luke, he was questioning authority. He's not my hero today. And I had other heroes, I think, along the way. But as I thought back, my hero is unique. I was very lucky. I was born in an Irish Catholic family and there were 9 children. I was number 4. I had 3 older brothers and I was blessed with a twin brother. Being a twin, there is a connection beyond words.
I've heard that.
Now, I also have 2 younger sisters. We're very close, and 2 younger brothers. So I had lots to choose from growing up, and you have different relationships with your siblings. But my twin brother was always there. And when I started thinking about what was it about George that I liked, well, first, he was a lot bigger than me. And he ended up 6'3", playing college football at the University of South Carolina. I was just normal 5'7". I went to the University of South Carolina too. But George, as I started thinking back through our chapters, always the predominant things he shared with me, he was kind, caring, fearless, reliable, and giving. Now, if I take you back to the early years, I'm going to first go to the playpen. And my mom was getting advice from relatives that the twins weren't talking. And we were 3. Well, by 5, we were talking just fine. And what she realized was at 3, we had our own language. So we could just carry on and laugh, and we didn't need to say words like other people. So we kind of had a secret communication there. But by 5, we were in the normal range, and everybody relaxed. Early years, I can remember in kindergarten, we walked to school. And being raised in inner city, you'd often walk up the alley. They'd have these little patrol boys that would help you cross the street. And one day there was an older boy that started picking on me because I had gotten some glasses and I was wearing glasses, and he was just relentlessly bullying me. And George was nearby. We were walking but not together, and he told this boy, stop picking on my sister. And the boy, knowing he was bigger than George, kept right after me, just relentlessly telling me, oh, ugly 4 eyes and things like that. My brother took his belt off and chased the boy all the way up the alley, across the street, towards school. My brother ended up in the principal's office and supposedly suspended because he had chased this poor innocent bully with his belt. Well, the ending is, my mom said, this is public school, you can't suspend my son, and you need to hear the rest of the story. So she took George up to school. George was put back in class, and that boy never picked on me again. So he showed up. On our 16th birthday, my parents were painting the inside of the house. Now, you should not compare your birthdays to your friends' birthdays. It's not a good idea, but one of my friends got a brand new Volkswagen. The other friend got a great big party. George and I didn't get anything. They were painting. We didn't even get a birthday cake. But what we did do is George decided, listen, you get one of your girlfriends and I'll get one of my boyfriends and we'll go on a double date. So sweet 16, we double dated. I went out with Fred and he went out with Sherry and it was all good. And however, we did get in late because we went to the 9 o'clock movie and girls had to be home at 11:30 and it was across DC. So we didn't get home on time. So we were punished, but it was worth it.
Still,
I had a
memories
sweet
for a
16.
lifetime.
Yep. Also, first day of college, George is already down in South Carolina playing football. And my parents, because there were so many children, just told us to figure out how to get to college the first day. And I had gotten a ride to High Point because there were some friends going to High Point College that were my older brother Tracy's friends, and that's where he went. And then I had to take a Greyhound bus from High Point to Columbia, South Carolina. I was 18. I had everything I took to college, which was in a duffel bag and a little plaid suitcase. Unlike today, where you take a van. But I had an old duffel bag, and I had my plaid suitcase, and that was the first time I had ever ridden by myself on a Greyhound bus in the South in the 60s. When I told George when I was getting there, and he said he thought he could meet me. And daggone, if when I got to the bus station, he had borrowed another football player's car, and he drove me to the dorm, carried my bag in, and then he had to leave. And I sat on the steps at the University of South Carolina, and I watched the other girls arrive at the dorm, and they had these racks with their color-coded outfits and the bag with the color-coded heels. And I said to myself, and this is why I'm telling this story, you have to tell yourself positives. So rather than, my first statement to myself is, I don't think I know this world. And then my second statement was, that's okay, I got my duffel bag. I loved being in South Carolina, and but it was a totally different introduction than most of my roommates and dorm girls. The next thing is that George gave me away when I got married, because my parents at that time were too tired to go to weddings, and they had too many kids, and they had kids going to college and kids going to Thailand and the Vietnam War, and so they did not, there was 3 of us there in the middle, they just didn't show up for the marriage. But George gave me away.
Wow.
And in 2019, when I finished my chemo, George showed up. Watch me ring the bell.
Wow.
That's my hero.
That's your hero, and we're going to end with that one today. Wow, what a powerful story with your twin George here, Helen. Thanks for sharing that. That's a tough one. I mean, that's an inspiring one. It really is. That's awesome.
Every chapter
That's cool. Maybe you have your own hero at home. Thanks, Helen, for sharing that. Very intense.
Gets a little emotional, but it's the real deal.
Find your hero. Thank him. Hope you enjoyed the Mindset Minute here with Miss Helen Cummings. Pat McLaughlin. Take care.